Welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for WOR and we're racing around Silverstone. As you can see, there are only 2 more rounds and then league racing is pretty much over for this game cycle, and then the preparation will start for the F1 esports season that should happen at the start of next year. Our first lap we did was a 0.915, I believe. And this P9, so I decided to just go out to make sure that we're going to be through. But now you can see, made a massive mistake there, and it cost us a lot of time. I think we lost around a 10th just in that chicane, and the lap already wasn't great. So yeah, we need a miracle here in order to improve. We are in P11 and there's still quite some cars that have to cross the line. So yeah, very messy lap, I would say. Now we do gain some time back and we improved by 1.5 hundredths of a second. We are on P10 at the moment.
There's no way I'm safe.
Dropped to
I
P11
do not deserve to be safe.
And now you can see
I do not deserve.
somehow
Oh my god.
we managed to get through to Q2. So here we are in Q2, Mackets and Beckets once again. This is our first run on a fresh set of softs. Now went a little bit wide, and here we actually go too wide, and you can see in the bottom left the track is red, which means we invalidated our first run. So we are P last at the moment, and we only have 1 lap now to try and make it through Q3. And on this track it is very difficult to overtake. From what I've seen in other league races that has happened earlier. So yeah, our first sector is a 7-8, which is fine. I did notice my first sector was quite a bit quicker than other guys, mainly because the way I was using my ERS. But yeah, still a good first sector. Now through Cops, flat out, keep it in 8th gear and very early on the ERS again to keep the revs high, as that's when the car has more power, of course. Now through Mackets, Beckets once again, and this time it's going a lot better, and that gives us a 1.407 split, 2.5 tenths quicker almost than Alvaro. So that looks promising. Now through Stowe, we missed the apex there, still carried a good amount of speed, and now through this final chicane, tiny bit too much curb and a bit shaky on exit, and now we're going across the line, and it will be P8 for now, but still 3 cars to cross the line. We dropped to P9, only 2 cars to cross the line. We're P10, 1 more car to cross the line, and that was Danny Bearsname, and he put it in P11. So we managed to make it through to Q3 actually. So yeah, can be happy with that. After not a very amazing lap. We only had 1 fresh set of tires, so we skipped to our second and final run here, but our first sector is not much quicker than what we did on used, so that's not amazing. Only doing a 7.7, we did a 7.8 in Q2, so yeah, it's not amazing, but we'll see how the rest of the lap goes. Currently 700s up, and now through Cops corner once again, flat out, and well, almost off track there actually. Wouldn't be great. And now through Mackets, Beckets once again, 6th gear, and the exit was okay. And now our split is a 4.8, only 200ths quicker than the Q2 as well. And that lap already wasn't really amazing. So it seems like the lap won't be that good. Final chicane was a tiny bit better, but I crossed the line, and it will be only P6 for now, but there are still 7 cars to cross the line, and it was P9 at the end. So I was surprised I was not P10, but yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. We can work from P9. Already happy to make it to Q3 at least. So yeah, let's get into the race. So here we are at the start. We're gonna jump right into it, and we are going to start on the hard tires. As you can see, we have Tycho Hardy behind us on mediums. Everyone else ahead is on mediums, and everyone apart from Tycho, who's now past us. So everyone behind, except for Fabrizio De Nose all the way at the back, is on hards. So as we almost spun ourselves out there, and we made a bit of contact with Danny. I didn't really expect him coming around the outside there, but yeah, we are the first hard runner in this race, so we are in a pretty decent position, but the overtaking on this track is quite difficult, so we will need fresh tires. But in order to get fresh tires, you have the risk of getting undercut from people behind. As we move all the way to lap 7, as you can see, we're driving very carefully.
4 guys in.
Lap 7, 4 cars are going into the pits. That is quite early, and that's only good for us, because that means that they will need to save a little bit of tires in order to make it till the end. And now in lap 8, Angelo Tycho is staying out, but Thomas Ronnar further up ahead is going into the pits. So yeah, now lap 10, they're still out, and we have to try and get past them, as I feel like we're losing a tiny bit of time now. So yeah, we're gonna try and put them under a bit of pressure, and we're a bit far away. Still gonna try to go down the inside, but yeah, can't make the move here yet. Maybe able to disconnect him from Angelo and make it easier for us to overtake. But yeah, I was thinking maybe if I can get past both of them, I can get a gap to the other hard runners behind. But the mediums were still not that bad, I felt like, and I still had to try and save tires in order to do a good stint, as now Tycho Hardy didn't defend it anymore, and we are going up to P3 at the moment, as Angelo D'Ortenzio and Otis Lawrence are still out. And we're gonna hunt down Angelo now, and unfortunately Tycho boxed the lap that we overtook him, so Danny Beresnay is still right behind us, and he has only been saving tires as Otis Lawrence goes into the box in lap 12, so he will have quite fresh tires already. And now Angelo right in front of us. We could go for a move here, but I felt like that would only drain me my battery. So we're just gonna go for a good exit, and I don't think Angelo is really gonna defend this, as he will only benefit from our DRS later on in this lap. So I was thinking for a second to try and gap, but yeah, couldn't do it. But now it's lap 15, and it is possible to box now. I felt like Danny was saving his tires a lot. I hope the others were doing the same. So I almost faked the move so Danny didn't box. And I just had to pray that Barry didn't box. But he did. And so did 4 other guys. So we have to push very hard now. As we are going to box this lap. Looking back at it, not sure if this was the best call, as Danny is going to continue for another 2 laps. And you will see how that turns out later on
of them, though?
In this race.
Didn't he?
So yeah, we won't be undercut by everyone, I don't think. But yeah, it's likely that Barry will get ahead of us. Ideally, we get out of the pits behind Barry. That would be good, because then we are still in DRS. We have 1 lap fresher tire, and maybe we can get past him before we reach to we get to the medium hard runners. And now we're coming out of the pits. Barry is getting past now, and now it's the question, where's Jake? There's Jake. He's going on the left hand side, and you can see he is ahead into this left hander. And unfortunately we got undercut by 2 of them, and that puts us in a bad position. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now in lap 19 we caught up to other guys, as you can see in the top left. That's Julian Klaffenblock, he's on the hards, and I'm not sure what happened to him. I believe that he had damage. That's what I heard later on after the race. So I think I saw his front end plate was gone. He's gonna let everyone go because he knew he was gonna fall out of the points anyway with all those medium runners behind him. So now in lap 20 there is some battling going on up ahead. Angelo is now in P9. He boxed quite late, but because he didn't manage to overtake the other hard runners, he's now the first one to be catched. And that's a pretty bad position. Now Jake Benham is gonna put some pressure on him and maybe go for a move. Angelo defends the inside there. And yeah, now it seems like Jake is gonna go for a move somewhere here. We're trying to put some pressure on Jake as well in order to push him into a move on Angelo. Now you can see Jake with more grip going around the outside. We're gonna try and stay as close as we can so Angelo cannot really slot in, but we had a small moment there. So now Angelo is defending, but get ourselves down the inside there. I do believe Angelo didn't really fight it as hard as he could, but yeah, we appreciate that. So now we're in P10. Back in the points at least, but yeah, there's a lot more to get from this. And now Jake is not using his battery. We're going to move on his inside, going through Beckett's side by side, and now in this left-hander Jake goes deeper and squeezes here, and that makes us lose a lot of time there. So yeah, unfortunately we have damage as well, a tiny bit, not too much, and we still have that one lap fresher tires to most of the guys ahead and even behind us, as there's now a lot of battling going on. Joris lost some time there this time, so now we are back in P13. But yeah, instant with Jake, and my move was very risky. I just had to try something, because yeah, we had that one lap pressure and we were leading before, so I was desperate to get the move back, but he defended it nicely. Unfortunately, Jake did hit Tycho ahead of him, and that's why he made contact, or why we made contact in the end. So yeah, not really him to blame. I can only blame myself for going for a risky move, but in the end I think we all agreed that it was a racing incident, and it can happen if you go for a risky move like that. But now we move on to the final lap of the race, and we just managed to keep the cars behind that didn't have damage, as Rens Thomassen is also joining these races. I think he's done a race before as well. He did try and go for a move as well, I believe, earlier on, but yeah, good to see more Dutchies joining WOR Tier 1. And you can see in the top left we got P12. There have been many people been reported. I think Otis has been reported, Thomas has been reported, Jake has been reported, and Tycho has been reported. So maybe we're still getting points. But I'll keep you guys updated for next week's race, as we only have Spa for the final time on F1 25 in league racing. So yeah, thanks you all. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Ciao.